Advisor's Assistant has extensive portfolio tracking available to help you track all of your clients' investments. You can track gains and losses and cost basis using FIFO, LIFO, average, and even custom tax lots. Advisor's Assistant calculates long and short-term gains, return on investment, and both dollar-weighted and time-weighted rate of return for any period you choose, and even up to 4 multiple periods on one report. There are many other features too numerous to list in a short video. For this overview of the portfolio management, let's take a look at the View Client with Investment Account screen and all of the information available on the View Account and Investment screens. The View Client with Investment Account screen starts out with a summary of each of your client's investment accounts. But by clicking this box, you can also expand this list and see the entire list of individual investments. If your client's list of individual investments is too long to fit on the standard view screen, you can even expand the bottom half of the screen to see the entire list by clicking this button down here. You can click on any of the column titles to sort the information on the screen. You can resize any of the columns on the screen, and you can decide if you'd like to see the closed accounts listed. There are also different perspectives for this account summary. The investor perspective will list all of the accounts or investments for which this client is the investor. It's the one you would normally use. The owner perspective will list the accounts for which the client is the owner. And the Group With perspective will list any accounts that have been grouped under this client's name. This is especially useful when a pension plan includes just one of a client's accounts. You can group that account with the plan name and do some very powerful reporting. If this client has been set up as a head of household and you've built the household under the Household tab, the Household perspective will list all of the investments for the members of the client's household. Advisor's Assistant also has an Excel action button in the middle of the view screens. By clicking this Excel button, you're able to send the information you're viewing in the bottom half of the view screen over to Excel. In this case, the complete list of all of James Madison's household's accounts. Once it's in Excel, you have the full power of Excel available to work with the investments sent directly from Advisor's Assistant. I've returned to the account list, and I'm going to double-click on Jim's 401k account. Some people refer to this as drilling down. The view screen has now changed, and instead of name and address information on the top half of the screen, the details for this particular account are shown. The calculations on the right are totals for the entire account, including annualized time and dollar weighted rates of return for the account. Across the bottom of the screen, the tabs have changed, and the blue color coding of the tabs actually indicates if you have any data in the list associated with that view screen, so you don't waste time clicking to see if you have something there. We're currently looking at the list of individual investments that are in this account, which for most people will be built using one of the Advisor's Assistant investment downloads, such as DST Fan Mail. Since we're viewing the investments, if you need to manually add a new investment to this account, you would click on the Add Action button in the middle of the view screen. To make changes to an investment already listed, you would highlight the investment and click on the Modify Action button. It's very easy and consistent across the entire program. Clicking on the Transactions tab will give you a list of all of the transactions for the account you're viewing. You can sort the transactions based on any of the column tab names, and the transactions in red indicate money moving out of the investment. Transactions can be downloaded daily from over a dozen different clearinghouses, including DST Fan Mail, Dazzle, Pershing, NFS, and many others. If you're not downloading your investments, you can also manually add transactions with the Add Action button, or highlight an existing transaction and edit it using the Modify Action button. Right-clicking on any of the titles lets you customize which columns you see on the view screen. When you click on the Allocations tab, you'll get a pie chart of the account's asset allocations, in this case by category. But there are also more graphs available on this view screen. The perspectives across the middle allow you to graph the account by type, objective, sector, or investment. And you can change the perspective of the chart and then print these graphs quickly with a single click of the Quick Report button in the middle of the view screen. The new business view allows you to track action items for the account, including notes and follow-up dates. So if you have to track a rollover or transfer, you can make sure everything gets completed for that account. You can add as many action items as needed just by clicking the Add Action button. And the Files view lets you link any type of file, such as a scanned application, to the account for quick and easy retrieval. Double-clicking on the files lets you view it right from this screen. Back on the Investment tab, you can double-click on any individual investment to drill down to even more detail, viewing the information for that one particular investment. I've double-clicked on Microsoft, so now the top half of the view screen has details and calculations for Jim's Microsoft investment, including annualized time and dollar returns. When you're viewing transactions, you'll see a list of all of the transactions for Jim's Microsoft investment. You can double-click on a single transaction to open the transaction screen, which shows how much detail is being tracked for each transaction on file. With Advisor's Assistant, you can track the activity of the transaction, such as if a buy is between the cash balance and the investment, or if it's a direct transfer between one investment to another investment, as may occur in a variable annuity account. This provides for accurate tracking of the source and destination of funds. Advisor's Assistant tracks basis by keeping track of lots. These lots are automatically maintained by Advisor's Assistant based on the basis type field in the investment information screen. Advisor's Assistant calculates cost basis using LIFO, FIFO, and average methods. And I can click on the Cost Basis tab to see basis summaries. I can also view the lot allocations by clicking the Modify button. And if desired, these lots can be reallocated to specify which lots are assigned to a particular sale. Clicking on the History tab will show a graph of the history of the investment based on the data in Advisor's Assistant. This graph shows a price history, but you can also see a market value history by clicking the Value perspective. This drop is where the client sold out of most of the position. Of course, you could print the graph by just clicking the Quick Report button. Printing consolidated reports with Advisor's Assistant is also very easy. You can click on the Quick Report button to print out just the information that's showing on the view screen. Or, if you want to print reports for just James Madison, you can click on the Current Client Reports button. This selects all of Jim's data so that you can print consolidated reports, like this asset allocation by category graph, for just the client you're viewing. Advisor's Assistant also has the ability to select all clients in the database and print a variety of reports for those names. Or you can print performance reports measuring one time period or comparing against multiple time periods. And if you sign up for the optional SunGuard download service, you can include indexes on your reports. Whether you're downloading investments or tracking portfolios manually, many options are available in Advisor's Assistant so that you can print professional reports as often as needed for your clients. Advisor's Assistant contains hundreds of features suggested by our users during our service to the financial services community since 1985.